So in today's video, I'm going to answer a question that was posted in my free Facebook group, the Self-Concept Community. And this is something really common, and I've talked about it a lot, but I feel like people love talking about this. So I'm going to do another video on it, answering this person's question. And the question of the day is regarding how to keep yourself on the right track and persist when you see no movement in the 3D. Hey everyone, it's Kim Velez, Conscious Life and Success Coach, and I'm really excited that you are here with me today. If you feel like you need additional support other than my YouTube or my podcast, which I will resume, I don't know when, probably in April, I have so many different ways that you can work with me. You can work with me email coaching. I have one-on-one video coaching. I have a paid Facebook group where I'm in there live twice a week. I also have a monthly Zoom coaching group, which we show up twice a month together as a group and on Zoom, and we do some hot seat laser coaching right then and there, and it's super fun. I also have self-guided courses. I have how to manifest your SP back and keep them for good, as well as my pride and joy. It's all about your self-concept called You Are the Prize, your self-concept in regards to love. So all the info is in the master list below while my website is still being worked on. It is almost done though. All right, so let's jump in and talk about this. So the full question that the person wrote in this group was how to keep yourself on the right track and persist when you see no movement in 3D at all. When you are in doubt about the whole concept of everyone as you pushed out, is it working or not? Since sometimes it is hard to trust and focus on your mental diet needs some motivation. So the bottom line is this, is if it's not so much that you obviously don't have to believe in everyone as you pushed out in order for you to still activate everyone as you pushed out, because everyone as you pushed out is always working. It's always in motion. Law of assumptions working whether you're conscious of it or not, right? So the way I would look at it is this, because there is a point, especially in the beginning, when you start understanding this concept, learning this concept of everyone as you pushed out and how powerful you really are, it's hard sometimes for people to really dig in and accept that and it as truth and accept it that, yeah, I am the fucking operant power. Nobody has free will, so I'm just going to keep focusing. But at the end of the day, your job is to say that my thoughts create my reality, and I'm going to focus my mind on what I want to experience. And if you want to choose to test everyone as you pushed out, then start doing general affirmations too, right? Because a lot of times people do this, they fucking focus heavily on the SP, and then there's no movement in their 3D. So affirm for other things in addition to the SP. Go general so you can start experiencing some of that conforming as well. And then when in doubt, self-concept it the fuck out. I say this a lot, right? Because it's your reality. It's about you. So start changing the story of no, I am the operant power. No, every day I'm receiving more and more evidence and clarity and understanding how powerful I truly am. Every day I understand more and more on a deeper fucking level that everyone is you pushed out. You know, I am a master at manifesting. I am consciously manifesting more and more every day and understanding these powerful spiritual laws at play. And just persist in that self-concept of you understanding this, because you will start having breakthroughs. You will start to understand the information in a different way. I mean, this is what I've done personally many times, where I've had internal breakthroughs where I just understand something on a deep fucking level in a way I've never understood it before, and it just keeps clicking. So the work is always about going within. It's not about I need evidence outside of my 3D to make me trust and believe in these concepts. It's more about understanding I keep going within to focus on the reality that I desire, to understand that what I want to feel and experience in my 3D, I can feel and experience in my 4D first, knowing at some point it'll manifest in the 3D. And you just persist in it. You know, everybody's different, and this is where you have to decide what works best for you. If you want to test everyone as you push out with little frivolous things that you don't have a long, drawn-out, opposing fucking story about, then go do it. You know, say my neighbor is going to wear a fucking red rubber hat tomorrow. I don't know, something random, weird that when it manifests, you're going to fucking know, like, holy shit. That was me, right? And I would put a couple of things on a list if you feel like you need to do that, because here's what people do sometimes too, though, I notice, is when they're doubting everyone as you pushed out, when they're doubting that they actually are indeed this powerful, then what they do is they will create a little list of frivolous things, right? But in the back of their mind, they're affirming and assuming it probably isn't going to work. And then I've had people, when they're doing coaching with me, they're like, well, okay, so I did this and, but this hasn't shown up and it's been a month. Nothing on my list has shown up and it's been a month. And, so I always say, because you're doing the same thing to that you're doing to manifesting the SP, you're looking at the 3D and you keep affirming, most likely on a subconscious level, and then it becomes on a conscious level that this doesn't work. And so you're still looking outside of you for the evidence and proof to make you feel and believe something different. And the way you create a belief is to think it over and over and over and over again. That's what reprogramming is. That's what you're doing. Because then your belief, see, I have a very strong belief, so I don't need evidence in the 3D. Doesn't mean that there isn't times where I'm like, what the fuck, right? But I don't need it. I have to rein myself in and say like, yo, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? And it lasts maybe half a second. But like, I don't need evidence. I'm very confident knowing it's working. And on the day, because I'm human, when I feel unconfident in that, I change my story to remind me of who I am, right? I go right back into the version of me that knows this is true. And then boom, I snap out of it like instantaneously. So that's how you're going to condition and train yourself to be. So it isn't that because you wrote, since sometimes it is hard to trust and focus on your mental diet. Well, your job as a conscious creator is to focus on the story you want to experience, is to focus your mind on the circumstances that are favorable that you want to manifest in your 3D. So it can feel hard. I don't think it's hard. We're asking someone to shift their thoughts. That's not hard to do. It can feel hard because we're not used to doing that. We're used to being lazy-minded and just letting our minds and thoughts wander wherever the hell they want to go. But when you're consciously reprogramming or consciously focusing on a new story so that it manifests into your reality, then that requires mental discipline, awareness, and effort. It requires you to be present in the moment and choose your story that you're focusing on. So that is not hard. It's actually very easy. It just feels hard because, again, it requires a new skill set, a new attention level that you're not used to. None of us were until you practice this. So the more you focus it and practice it, the easier it gets, and then it's no longer going to feel hard. So this is where you have to challenge yourself too and just say, even if I don't fully believe this, I'm going to play with this and test this and keep, focusing on me, because at the end of the day, seriously, at the end of the fucking day, it really comes down to this, that even if you don't believe in everyone as you pushed out, even if you're not even sure about law of assumption, right? You just can say to yourself, you know what is going to be the harm of me focusing on a favorable story where I rewrite the script of my life and actually win in all areas? How's that going to hurt you? Some people will come at me and they'll say, oh, well, then I'm going to get my hopes up and it's not going to happen. Well, no. If you affirm in a story regularly and you reprogram your mind to say, this is mine, I have this, then it has to manifest. So, the decision is yours, right? None of us can make anybody think anything, feel something, or believe something. You have to choose. You have free will over your thoughts in your mind, in your reality. So you choose what you're going to focus and affirm and watch the magic unfold. There's going to be no other way for you to really start to believe this stuff until you are changing your mind and you feel the internal shifts of what I'm talking about. And then what will reinforce it is when it does manifest in your 3D, right? That reinforces something you're already reprogramming in your mind. So the choice is yours, my friend, as it is for everyone to choose what they want to focus on, even if they don't believe. You don't have to believe in order to manifest. Thank goodness how powerful you fucking are. It's just understanding, am I going to put the effort that's required for me to be aware and be a conscious manifester? And the effort isn't hard. A lot of people have so many misconceptions and they don't understand what a natural assumption is, which I'm not going to go into it in this video because I've already explained it. But it's understanding that if you have patterns in your life that are not favorable, you have natural assumptions, that are not favorable. And the only way to change them is to reprogram them. How do you reprogram them? You have to affirm in your mind a new story, and that has to become more dominant than the old programming. And when that solidifies, you'll start to internally accept it as who you are, what your reality is, what's happening. And then when it's manifesting in the 3D, it reinforces it and it makes it like fact. It's not fact yet for most of you. So you persist until it hardens into fact. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.